Hello students, welcome to the lecture of life processes. In today's lecture, I will explain you how plants get their nutrition. Means what actually nutrition in plant. So in plant, all plants need energy and all living organisms get energy from the food material. So all the green plants they make their own food by the process of photosynthesis. So photosynthesis means the process by which the green plants synthesize the food material. So it is made up of two terms, photo plus synthesis. Synthesis means the making of the food material and photo means sunlight. So these living organisms make their food material in the presence of sunlight. So all green plant have a potential. They are autotrophic in nature. So they can easily synthesize their food material by the process of photosynthesis. Now this photosynthesis is very important metabolic process. What type of process? Metabolic process in which they fix the radiant energy, means the solar energy of sun. And after the fixing of solar energy, these green plants convert this energy into the other form of energy that is known as chemical energy. This chemical energy in the form of glucose is stored in the plant, which means this is the organic material that is the result of photosynthesis. This is the product of photosynthesis. So this glucose is organic substance. It is produced, it is designed or manufactured by the green plants in presence of inorganic substances like water and carbon dioxide. So the photosynthesis on one hand fixing the radiant energy of sun in presence of the inorganic raw material and finally convert them into the organic substance that is glucose. So this glucose carbohydrate is utilized by the plant to provide energy and perform specific function of the plant. If this carbohydrate not utilized by immediately, then it can store in the form of the starch. This is also a type of carbohydrate. So when the glucose not used up, then it can store in the form of the starch as a reserve food material. Means the food that can be utilized by the plant for further activities, right? So now here is the equation of the photosynthesis. So here is CO2 raw material, H2O another raw material. These are the inorganic substances. Now these inorganic substances in presence of sunlight by having green pigment in the green plant convert into organic substance that is glucose and also liberate oxygen. So in this equation, in this reaction, CO2 is utilizing and O2 is liberating. And the end product that provide energy is the glucose, is the carbohydrate. Now, what are the different extracts that require in the photosynthesis? So basically, in the process of photosynthesis, there are three main steps. First of all, the absorption of the sunlight means the solar radiations when fall on the green plant, then these radiations absorbed by the chlorophyll present in the green plant. Now after this absorption, the light energy, solar energy convert into the organic form, that is the chemical energy, as well as here is water molecule also split, also break down into the hydrogen and oxygen. After the conversion of the chemical energy and splitting of the water molecule, the last step is the reduction of CO2. This CO2 reduced by hydrogen and form a end product, that is carbohydrate. So I'm repeating again. First, energy, light energy absorbed, light energy convert into chemical energy, water molecule split into the hydrogen and oxygen, and finally CO2 reduced in the form of carbohydrate. So these are the three important steps in the process of photosynthesis. Now, I can explain you with the help of the diagram. Here is a green plant. This is the green plant, right? Solar radiations falling on the green portion of the plant. And this green portion is having a pigment, that is chlorophyll. Now, CO2 that is already present in the atmosphere is utilized by the leaves. Means this CO2 enter in the leaves through stomata. Another raw material, that is water, it is uptake by the roots of the plant. So sunlight it is having, raw material it is getting from the soil and from the air. Now after the complete reaction, after the complete meeting in the green plant in the leaves, glucose end product is formed as well as oxygen released in air. So that we can say कि all green plants utilize CO2 and release O2. So this is the complete process of photosynthesis. Now, next part, what are the site of photosynthesis, which means where this reaction, where this equation get completed inside the plant. So photosynthesis started in the chloroplast of the plant cell. So here is the chloroplast. So photosynthesis occur in the chloroplast. That's why this chloroplast is known as the kitchen of the cell. Kitchen means where we cook something, where we prepare something. So chloroplast is making the glucose, preparing the food material. That's why it is known as kitchen of the cell. And in chloroplast means the chloroplast found in the mesophyll part of the green plants. So what is the actual location of the chloroplast in the plant? It is found in the mesophyll cell of the plant. So in the next slide, I will explain you what is mesophyll cell, where it present. So chloroplast is the largest cell organelle which present in the plant cell. And the green cell of the mesophyll, the green color cell of the mesophyll are the chlorenchymatous. Now why it is known as chlorenchymatous? Due to the presence of the green pigment, green color, that is chlorophyll, so that these mesophyll cell are chlorenchymatous in nature, and numerous mesophyll, chlorenchymatous mesophyll cell are present in the leaves in the green plant. Now this chloroplast having two important component, one is the grana, another is the stroma. Grana, this grana is made up of thylakoids. So there are numerous thylakoids present inside the chloroplast which make a granum. Thylakoid made up of another small unit, that is the quantasome. So quanta word is related with the sunlight, sun. Okay, the quantum, the energy, the packet of energy in the sun. So thylakoid made up of quantasome because it is the functional unit of the photosynthesis. And this quantasome made up of various chlorophyll pigment, green color pigment like chlorophyll A, chlorophyll B, chlorophyll C, and some other accessory pigment. Accessory pigment like carotenoid, xanthophyll, etc. But the main pigment of the green plant is the chlorophyll A. That's why it is known as universal pigment. Now, let's talk about the chlorophyll, the pigment of the green plant. So this chlorophyll is the important green pigment that present in the leaves. So if you cut down the transverse section of leaf, then you will find this pigment present in the chloroplast. You will also find the location of the chloroplast in the leaves. Now I will tell you, this is the transverse section of the leaf. In this transverse section, you will find the upper epidermis, the upper portion of the leaf, upper part of the leaf, and the lower epidermis means the lower surface of the leaf. In between the upper surface and lower surface, this complete space is occupied by the mesophyll cell. What present in between the upper and lower epidermis? Mesophyll cell. So these mesophyll cell are chlorenchymatous, as I told you, because chlorophyll pigment is present in these mesophyll cell. At the lower surface, you will also find the stomata. The function of stomata is to get the CO2 from the atmosphere as well as to release waste material which present in the leaf in the plant. Now, this is the structure of the plant cell. So here is the cell wall, cell membrane, vacuole, nucleus, cytoplasm, and this is the green dot-like structure that is chloroplast, and this chloroplast contain the pigment that is chlorophyll. So let me show you what actually is chloroplast. So this is the structure of the chloroplast. Please do practice of this structure. Chloroplast is having two membrane, outer membrane, inner membrane, and in between the outer and inner membrane there is a space known as intermembrane space. Okay, inside the inner membrane, here is a fluid present that is known as stroma. So as I have already explained you, the two main component of the chloroplast, grana and stroma. So this is the stroma. And these are the thylakoid. These are the thylakoid. They all are thylakoid. When these thylakoid arranged in a layer, then it is known as granum, the another part of the important part of the chloroplast. So stroma, the fluid, the empty space, and the layer of thylakoid is the grana. These different stacks of thylakoid, these are the stacks of thylakoid, they are connected by a bridge-like structure known as lamella. So the lamella connect different stack of thylakoid. And inside the thylakoid there is a lumen, there is a space. Now in this slide you can see the stomata. Now stomata are the very minute size pore which present in the lower surface of the leaf, and this stomata is very important for the exchange of gases for the photosynthesis. As I told you, the CO2 can enter in the leaves through the stomata. So this is the site of exchange of the gases as well as the waste which is present inside the leaves. Now what actually the mechanism of stomata? The large amount of water can be lost through the stomata, right? So it depends on the opening and closing of stomata. So stomata has a pair of security guard cell, and these guard cell control opening and closing of the stomata. How it control? When water enter the guard cell, it swell, pore open. When the guard cell lose the water, it shrinks and pore closes. So entry or exit totally depend on the amount of water present in the guard cell. Okay, so this is all about the photosynthesis, the nutrition in plant. Thank you.